Galio not building 3 Doran's rings, going full tank early in the season than everyone was.
Resident sleeper is what the Galio is. Corki, now the Galio. So Kuro just bringing out all the picks that I hate, but it's going to be Cassiopeia for Crown, which is always a treat to
And
watch.
I will counterbalance your hate, Achilles, which, you know, is pretty well formed, with love for what Samsung's doing, because I mentioned counterpick draft. Consider that when Galio was taken, Lucian was available, Corki was available, and the Cassiopeia could have even gone to Victor. Basically every champion we've seen as a pseudo farm lane and then potential outscale against the Galio was available. So they had this wealth of options. Crown will stick with the Cassiopeia. We know his MO. When he's feeling something, he sticks with it. It was the Syndra in spring and earlier summer seasons, being the Cassiopeia recently. And Samsung really love their draft here. They have a lot of potential win conditions. Doesn't mean Afrika's going to roll over like they did in Game 1, but you have to like what Samsung's done on paper.
Yeah, we'll see how Ruler's going to manage here, going back over to the Ashe, which hasn't been as prevalent of a pick in today's meta, but feeling comfortable with that. Doesn't go over to the Varus again, so wants to change things up. And Core JJ is back over on that Braum. We've seen him put in some serious work, blocking explosive casts with a half-a-second reaction time. So he's well practiced on this, and honestly, Samsung might be set up again to get control of that bottom lane.
But Afrika need to flashing into the AoE, but Crown would have called him away. Ambition and Spirit find each other, and there's the follow flash.
Yeah, they flash over. First one to react is going to be Kuro as Ambition starts wrapping around the other side. It's taking quite a bit of damage, and Spirit will yet again be chasing forward. Last cone available, takes himself for a ride, just trying to escape and buy as much time as possible, but Ambition will be going down, and that's going to be first blood. Handed over to Kuro with the double buffs.
Huh. Galio doesn't have the wave in a great spot. This would just be a 2v1.
Well, he's starting to cut his way up now. The pings are coming down. That's going to be the equalizer thrown out as Cuvée is down to half HP. Nice. He'll just get popped up. He'll hold on to the ultimatum. Doesn't blow the flash either. Knows that he's dead, so a second kill gets scooped up here by Afrika.
Everyone was kind of holding on to objectives, like you say. They hold on to the hero's entrance, but Cuvée holding on to flash means that I want to see something from Afrika. They have tools that they're not using.
I just want to see something.
I think I'm talking specifically around Afrika because I can't fault Samsung for playing a long game. I can fault Afrika for playing a long game.
Well, here we go. Grand entrance coming down. Well, lockdown Ruler flashes away to keep himself safe, but the Featherstorm, rather, wow, comes out, but he still makes it out alive. Now trying to turn things around. Cuvée arriving on the backside of the teleport. Gets the kill in onto Tucson, but they're looking for much more. Flash away goes MaRin as Cuvée goes into the front line. Will be taken down. An exchange here, but it's still going to be Samsung coming out on top. The 3-for-1 as Ruler tries to rejoin the fight, trying to poke this down. Maybe go for something like the turret. Seems like it might just be the dragon now that they back off, and words are difficult.
Such a massive lead for Samsung in that fight, Achilles. On the back end, Ruler getting away, predicting the flash it looked like, or Kramer flashing into the Ashe arrow meant that he survived on a sliver of health, and at the point where they're strongest, early game when their base stats and base damage are most powerful for the tanking lineup of Afrika, they lose a 1-for-3 trade. We're going to see the replay. First thought is to go on to Ruler, who they've DPS'd out before. This is the big investment from Afrika to take him down. Watch at the end as the Featherstorm flashes into the Ashe arrow, or predicted, very hard to tell, so much going on, and actually does not go down. So it isn't even a 2-for-3. The equalizer, which for MaRin is so usually so easy and so on point, is off point this time. And Samsung, against the flow and against their scaling, win an early game fight.
That they do. And now they just kind of take the gold lead that was there for Afrika, and then they put it into their favor. So still 300 separating them. So nothing massive, but they pick up the Cloud Drake off the backside of that.
They all have gone out the window.
Right now they're looking for this turret. They're going to be diving in. Hero's entrance coming through. Pops them both up as Ruler goes low. Gets hit by the Blade Caller. Will get taken down, but Tucson has to flash to get out from underneath the turret. Nearly falls, but Afrika will pick up first brick.
Picking up first brick and a kill. That time Ruler had nowhere to go back on. That time, because Crown had bought, it was perfect timing for Kuro to Samsung, who did not want to have to invest a teleport to stop the Rift Tower from going down. Continue to have Cuvée in a short lane against MaRin. Top lane.
Oh, they're coming in, but that Winter's Bite was actually eaten by Tucson, just body blocked it. Now the Hero's entrance coming through. Spirit nearby as well as they try to get in on top of Ruler. Where JJ will throw down that Glacial Fissure. TP coming through from Cuvée, now joining the fight. See who he's going to try to acquire as a target. Finds the Xayah, takes out Kramer first and foremost, then helps follow up to get rid of MaRin. And now Samsung are in a perfect position to go ahead and knock down their first turret of the game here in the top lane.
Surprisingly, the teleports haven't been working. Kuro's just trying to delay what looks like an inevitable turret take. He's very tanky.
Yeah, Juve diving in, takes the hook shot over the wall to get himself out to safety, but they're going to have to surrender this one. 2 members down, turret going over to Samsung, and yet again, gold lead swinging over into their favor.
Yeah, amazingly, in teleport plays, Samsung are trading up again and
he's
again.
Looking for more, gets the stun in onto Spirit. Can he finish him off? Has the tunnel, flashes in for the tactical sweep, but the knock-up is there.
No cooldowns.
Yeah, will have to peel back, so Spirit barely stays alive. Juve, Cloud Drake. Snatch that up, Ash Arrow comes through, locks right in onto Tucson, and they take him down. Twin Fangs there from Crown doing so much damage, nearly has that full stack on the Rod of Age. Heal off as Crown, I mean, just sort of desperately fires away into Kuro, but he's not getting too much done. But Juve, on the other hand, yet again, is just doing serious work here for the squad, has that split push going in the bottom lane. He's going to be knocking down the inhib turret here in a matter of seconds right after he gets a solo kill on MaRin.
That's what no good options looks like, Achilles. He had to enter lane eventually against Juve, but has no ability to stand 1v1. Africa sending all their members, giving up any hopes of picking up Baron. They want to at least kill the Camille.
We'll see if they can do that tactical sweep. Yeah, there's a lot of damage still there from Kramer with the 2 items completed, but that is the Baron going over to Samsung. Happy to make that trade is Juve. So just gives his life up for the betterment of the team, and Samsung will go ahead, put their 5th turret on the board here as they knock down this outer and mid.
It's not often you can take a clean Baron.
This tier 2 turret here in the mid lane. Juve, seeing how much damage he can do to Kuro. The answer is quite a bit, because we're watching his health bar drop there. He's locked into that Hextech ultimatum, has that hero's entrance to try to get out, but hey, there's no way to leave, my friend, so he is just going to get punished. In one of the funniest deaths that I've seen in a while, Juve able to take the hook shot over the wall.
Least triumphant Galio ultimate ever.
Oh, it was so pathetic. But Samsung, they'll knock down that tier 2 turret. Well, Super Creeps in 2 lanes, nearly a 10,000 gold lead here for Samsung. Infernal Drake in it there. War Chest as well, as MaRin's just going to get popped up. Has a nice equalizer this time, but he's all alone, so he's just going to die.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Juve will get jumped on. Hero's entrance coming through, but he dodges it out, has that nice ultimatum, but he still will get taunted up by Kuro, who tries to get some revenge, but it's a bit of a petty squabble at this point because they're still losing out across the map.
I mean, I guess he can feel good about dodging the knock-up with the Hextech ultimatum. He was going to die anyway, but his team at the same time piling into the top side, so his death certainly not going to be consequential. Kuro's really hard to kill, but that's about all Africa have going for them.
Samsung just going to go ahead and look to close this one out by checking off all the boxes on the to-do list. Every single turret, every single inhib. Nearly there.
So important for Samsung to pick up this match victory after 2 losses.
And get a hit in, because a few more times that happens, he's going to be getting rid of that that first inhib turret. Now the engage coming through. Glacial Fissure comes down. Equalizer thrown out by MaRin. He's in a pretty good spot. They will get Ruler, but look at this. Everybody just getting annihilated by Crown. Comes up with the double kill, makes it a triple as he gets rid of MaRin and the Super Creeps. In the meantime, are going to go ahead and start knocking down these Nexus turrets. They will fall. Kuro gonna die. Quadra kill going over to Crown. Can he get the Penta Spirit? My God, just hand it to the man. And he's not going to do so. That's just going to be the end of the game. 33.5 minutes in. Samsung will complete it. They're going to go for it. Can they find it? A couple more Twin Fangs from Crown to finish this one off. He's so tanky, but he gets it in the end. Pentakill over to Crown. The 2-0 for Samsung. 14-9 at the end. They will walk away with a victory.
Pentakill, and sure, his screen goes great, but he can celebrate. High fives to the team. They made the turret dive work that SKT could not last season. And Samsung Galaxy annihilate Africa Freaks to keep their slim chances of being first in the regular season alive.
A much-needed win, a much-needed turnaround performance here for Crown, who was looking a bit inconsistent in his recent games.
I mean, the moment he jumped onto the Cassiopeia for the first time about a week ago, he looked better. Yeah. They've been able to rely on Crown having lane pressure on the Cassiopeia, and we know he can play the Talia. We know he has other strings to his bow, but the Cassiopeia that he had not played with any frequency in 2017 is now, like the Syndra, joining that war chest of picks that he can find lane pressure on, that they can win games on in Africa. have just been blown out of the water. We had optimism for them and what represented a tank meta, but they seem to just not be misfiring in basically every way. Game 1 lost around their duo lane. Game 2, they had so much power in the early game around team fights, but then lost team fights, and sure, by the time it got comically late, they could layer the equalizer, but the equalizer earlier weren't working. The ultimate there, the petrifying gaze from Crown, was what really started off the trend, and the Samsung Galaxy just paid him back by helping him get the Penta in the fountain.
Absolute destruction of Afrika in a matter of seconds, and I'm sure, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get another look at this one. So many teams have tried this, and very few succeed.
Let's see who led the charge. Well, Ambition was the man.
He goes
down. Went in. Juve gave up his life. They had to have a lot of people give up their lives, and Crown, pentakill and execute. Happy, happy times for Samsung fans, and they look great in this game.
All the way through. That Seraph's Embrace shield as well, so it's just stacking on everything that they possibly could to secure the pentakill. So Crown goes ahead.